Hi boys and girls, welcome back to science class. So as you know, we've started a new unit this week and we're talking about the 5 Georgia regions. And those regions consist of the Appalachian Mountains in the black area, the Ridge and the Valley in the red section, and the Blue Ridge Mountains. So this whole section right here is considered the mountains, but we will be talking about each part of the mountains, which again is the Appalachian Mountains, the Ridge and Valley, and the Blue Ridge Mountains. Then the green section in the middle is the Piedmont. We will also be learning about the Piedmont, the coastal plain, the yellow area, the swamp and marsh, the white area, and the ocean, of course, the blue wavy lines. But boys and girls, for today's purpose, we will be focusing on the Appalachian Mountain, the Appalachian Plateau, which is part of the Georgia Mountain as well, okay? Let me move my face out of the way, out of the picture, okay? So again, we will be focusing on this section up here. So the Appalachian Plateau is the smallest of the Georgia regions. If you look back, you see how tiny this is right here. It is the smallest of the Georgia regions. It is located in the northwest corner of Georgia. Now north is this way, west is this way, so northwest region of Georgia. Now as far as the land, it has many mountains with flat tops called plateaus. And a plateau is an area of high area with flat land. Okay, so if you look at this picture right here, you can see the area of high flat land. So it's very tall and flat. There are also many valleys, ridges, canyons, rivers, and waterfalls flowing through them. And this is a canyon. So a canyon is a deep valley with high cliffs on each side of the rocks. And this generally has water that goes through. Now water, remember when we were learning about erosion, as the water continues to flow down through, weathering takes place and it breaks up pieces of rock and sediment, and the water carries it away. That's the erosion. So over time, and many years, it's a slow process. The rocks get worn down, which creates these canyons and valleys. Okay. The Appalachian Plateau was also a place where coal mining was very popular, although we are now trying to move into a more energy efficient and safer way to use energy. So, but it was a area where they were pulling coal, which is a type of sedimentary rock. All right. Now, some of the animals in the Appalachian Plateau include birds. Now, there is a wide range of birds found living in the Appalachian Plateau. Small seed-eating birds, such as warblers, are found here, as well as birds of prey, which means birds who are finding are being eaten by other birds. Basically, if you're prey, you're being eaten. A predator is a bird that would go after something else, another living thing, to eat it. So preys are birds that are going to be basically food for larger animals. Okay, and then we also have the bald eagle in this area. There are also different types of herons that live near areas of water. And if you look here, here's a heron. And they have long legs, which allows it to stand in shallow water. And here again is the bald eagle, which is our nation's bird. And it has sharp talons. That's what they grip on. It's like fingers to us, I guess. But that's what they hold on to things and grab food. They also have a pointed beak to easily catch and eat their prey. So the bald eagle would be the predator going after the prey to eat it. Some other animals you may find in the Appalachian Plateau are the copperheads, these snakes here, salamanders, the gray fox, and the cottontail rabbit. Here are some additional pictures of more animals that you will find in this region. So you have your toads and frogs, the mule driftlers, which is like a horse, turtles. Again, here's a better picture of the heron or heron. You know, I'm from New York. I pronounce things a little bit differently sometimes. Here's a bald eagle again. Of course, we'll find deer and then fox. Oh, spiders. Let's not forget the spiders. Creepy crawling things up in the mountain region. Okay. So the land in the Appalachian Mountains also has plants, okay, because it is higher than most other areas of Georgia. That makes the weather very colder. So animals and plants that live in this area has to be able to survive cold temperatures and cold weather. The soil is clay-based and has a lot of sandstone and shale in it. So it is not the best soil for farming. And there is a lot of plant life and forests filled with trees such as tulip poplar, basswood, hemlock, birch, beech, and maple. Azaleas and mountain laurel, both flowering plants, means that when they grow they produce flowers. They are found on the ground. Now let's look at some of the pictures of these plants. Here's the basswood leaf here. This is a tulip poplar, maple, and these are azaleas. Now this region is mostly covered by oak forest. Okay, again, the basswood, which we just saw a picture of, the sugar, the maple, tulip poplar, the beech, birch, and the hemlock. Azaleas, which are these here, and mountain laurel found on the ground. The forest brings in many tourists and helps support the wood industry, which makes furniture and frames of homes. So they bring in, we call that logging, when they get some of the wood, they chop down the trees and they make the wood that they then use to make furniture. And the frame for a home, you ever see a house being built and you just see the wood frame, the outline of the house before they put the bricks on and the siding, you just see the wood. That's what that is. And the soil in the Appalachian Mountain, as I said, is clay-based, and it has rocks that are found in this soil and are limestone and clay.